Hey, what is going on, guys? It's Woofless here. Welcome to my first Q&A ever or in a very long time. welcome. The birthday special here in 24. June 28th was my birthday, and I decided to record a little bit of a Q&A with you guys just for fun, because, hey, get to know me a little bit better and kind of hang out with you guys. So welcome to the video. Let's go ahead and jump on in. I'm going to do my best to get through literally every single tweet that was sent to me for the Q&A, but I mean, there's probably over 1,000 of them. Like, it's absolutely absurd. You guys went crazy with the questions, so we're going to look through them live. I've never read them before. I tried to not look at them until right now. Let's do it. Let's jump in. Hit that like button if you want to see more Q&A stuff. I wish I had more time to make this video, but this is crazy. I'm being super I don't even want to work. I have no job. This is kind of why I have no job, but I'm going away this weekend for a birthday weekend at that same the country out by the lake and stuff again. So I wish I had more time. So if you guys want to see like a crazier, more insane Q&A, let me know. Hit that like button down below. Also, thank you so much for all the birthday wishes. You guys are all amazing. It's been crazy, and let's go ahead and jump into the Q&A. Okay, I'm scared. First one comes from Happy Pop Tarts and says, Rob, make a dramatic intro. Leia asks, what's your favorite thing to do outside of YouTube? Honestly, what I'm doing this weekend, I like nothing more than to hang out in like the country. It makes me so happy. Like canoeing and wakeboarding and being on a boat and being in like the sun by the water is easily one of my favorite things to do outside of YouTube, and making videos and playing video games and hanging with my friends and eating really good food and going to bed when you're really tired and sleeping in. Okay, I have a lot of things I like to do. Kennedy says, did you know we're birthday twins? I did not know that, but now I do. Happy belated birthday. DJ Spooky Chris, by the way, I've literally I've read like 10 questions and I've pretty much answered all of them. This is gonna take a very long time. DJ Spooky Chris asks, what is your fondest childhood memory? It's kind of perfect that my brother's actually in town for the next month or two. So Jay, fondest childhood memory. You gotta get really close because the focus is like very, let me try and refocus this real quick. Fondest childhood memory. Okay, so it was me.
Dear Omelette.
Oh, Candy. She was amazing. No, it was me, his best friend, Michael, and my brother in my grandparents' country house in Vermont. And we were toying around and having fun, and Michael ran into this bedroom and tried to lock me out. And right as the door was about to close, he was holding it like, I'm gonna close it on you. And I tried to figure out what I would do to stop him from closing the door. Do you remember this?
Of course, sock door.
Yeah, sock door. Okay, so the door was about to close, and I needed to figure out, and I was probably how old? 12. I had to figure out a way to stop the door from closing, and I had a sock in my hand. Why the hell did I have a sock in my hand?
You just came back from skiing and you were getting undressed.
Oh, okay. And I took the sock, and I kind of just went, and like literally in the most wimpy way, just kind of tossed the sock where the door would close. And I just remember you guys just lost it. Like, I thought it was gonna help, and it was like, just blip. And that was one of my fondest childhood memories. Do you have a fond childhood memory of me, perhaps?
No.
No. Next question. Jade asks, if you weren't known as Woofless, what do you think you'd be known as? That's a really good question, because like I don't really understand the point of creating an alias anymore. Like, if I had to go back and do it again, I'd actually just call myself Rob and then call my YouTube channel like Rob No Job or something, just because Woofless was just based on a gamer name. And like people actually call me Woofless. Like people see me and they're like, oh my god, it's Woofless. And I'm like, I actually identify as that name, which is kind of weird, instead of like my actual name. And it doesn't really make a lot of sense. Like, it's amazing that that's how it happens, and that people are legitimately known online as this like weird online name that they invent. Like, you can't do that normally. You can't just walk into a job and be like, well, I mean, I'd never do that because I don't have one, but like your name is Jack, and you walk in and you're just like, yo, my name's Jack, but you're all gonna call me John in work. But all my other friends call me Jack, but here you guys know me as John. Like, that's weird, right? That's essentially what I did. So I'd probably be known as like a Robadob Flob, and that would be like my name, I guess. But that's a super cool question. Like, I never really thought about that, and it just kind of like, what? Woofles? What? There are so many tweets, by the way. I have to re-scroll through all of them, and like my finger actually hurts. It's kind of absurd. Okay. I think we're getting there. No, and it just reset again. Gosh darn it. Olivia asks, how did your parents react when you said you wanted to quit university, college, and become a YouTuber? Oh man, supportive, concerned, interested, unsure. It was, I guess, a whole bunch of stuff. Okay, so actually, a little bit of a story time. Personally, yeah, like I said, I want you guys to learn a little bit more about me. So when I was essentially starting YouTube and really, it was really picking up, my parents actually divorced. So that's when I dropped out of school and moved out all kind of at the same time. And so it was kind of just like they were dealing with their stuff and I was like, I'm gonna go deal with my stuff and I'll speak to you guys in a bit. So how did they react? I guess the answer is very supportive, but they were busy with stuff. So I kind of, yeah, did my thing. Kelso asks, which member of the pack have you known the longest? By the way, happy birthday. I get this question a lot, and the answer is actually technically Jerome. Jerome was the first person I talked to, and then I really met Mitch playing Dota, which we played years and years and years ago. But Jerome was the first pack member that I legitimately met online. In person, it was also Mitch because we actually lived in the same city. So we hung out first before anyone else. Monkeyroo asks, if you were a strawberry trapped in the bottom of a blender, what would be your first course of action? That, pretty much what you just saw. Total and utter fear, the inability to talk, move, or display that sort of emotion, besides the internal screaming that would be that strawberry's feelings. Kind of scary. Let's move next question. Anna asks, how are you? No one ever asks that. I'm bad. I'm great. But now I have fake tears coming out of my eyes. I swear they're fake. Chikai asks one very important question. Chocolate? And I fudging love chocolate. I'm actually kind of not allergic to it, but I sneeze whenever I eat it, so that's really awkward. But I love milk chocolate. Dark chocolate, But as long as you get me a glass of 3.8% milk with that chocolate, I'm like the happiest person ever. Yes, chocolate, yes. Even though I've kind of stayed away from it recently. And milk in general. It messes up my tummy. So, I haven't had chocolate in a while, unfortunately, but I miss it. Brodely Swaggicles asks, wow, you are still 24 years old and you still didn't lose. Next question. Caitlin asks, on a scale of 1 to 10, what is your favorite color of the app? No, stop with that. That is not a real question. It's just words with a question mark at the end. And then, oh my God, so many questions from you, Caitlin. That's crazy. Are they even real questions, though? Are questions even real if they have eyes? That's what you need to ask yourself. So if your question has an eye in it, it's not real. Boom. Okay, who's your favorite sideman? I love Matthew. He's the best. Sub for sub, Matthew. Let's do it. Josh asks, how close are you to the other pack members in comparison to non-YouTube friends? Actually ridiculously close. I consider all the pack members some of my closest friends. We might not live, in the same area, but it's there's a lot more than just the YouTube videos that we do. Like if I didn't do YouTube videos anymore, or we didn't do YouTube videos, I would still make sure to keep those relationships alive because they mean a lot to me. So, Soulless Demon asks, if you had to give up one, would you give up Rocket League or Shell Shock? I mean, if you guys don't know, I have a second channel that I plug every once in a while on the main channel. You can check it out in the description if you want, or in my sub box. It's with all sorts of games, but really? That's a silly question. Rocket League, I would never give up. I love that game. Savannah asks an interesting question. What is your favorite book? And my favorite book is actually by an author named Mark Suzak. I think that's how you pronounce his last name. And it's an amazing story based out of World War II about this little girl from Germany. And it's an amazing, amazing, amazing book. And it is called, I forgot the name of the book for a second. It's called The Book Thief. And there's a movie on it, but don't watch the movie. I heard it's okay, but the book is phenomenal. It's a little sad, you cry a couple times, but the way it's written, I like it when books are written in a really weird way, what makes you think, and it's not normal. And it's the author is just phenomenal. Another one, like a top 5, would also be, for example, like The Trial by Kafka. That was like just blew my mind. Like I love books that just blow your mind. When you're reading it, you're just like, you know what I mean? So yeah. Tom asks, how do you feel about the fact that Preston isn't sub to you? What? I gotta go. TK asks, do you ever plan on coming here to Australia? I'd love to meet you. By the way, you're hot and spicy. Yes, I am actually going to Australia. Will I have time to meet people? I don't think so. I'm not sure where in Australia, but I'm coming probably at some point in the summer. I'm really excited. I've always wanted to go to Australia. I get to see Lachlan in his natural habitat. It's gonna be amazing. Except for the 20-hour flight. Why'd I go this way? Okay, I want to take a moment to appreciate Tom for literally at Father Press. Like, what are these questions? Like, there's so many questions. So many questions. Like, what in the world is, like, favorite pack member? Are you single and ready to mingle? Are you denying praise? Are you going to Minecon shoe signs? Do you read books in your spare time? Favorite book in the moment, Star Wars or Star Trek? Put this in the video for no reason. What do people think? Your 27 favorite subscriber, favorite follower, favorite color? Oh my god, there's way too many questions. I can't handle all of those. The ones I will answer is no, I'm not going to Minecon, and Star Trek, the next generation, because that's just what I grew up with, but Star Wars for sure overall, because I love the Star Wars lore. Slash Lover asks, what do you keep in YouTube when you feel like I don't get it? What do you keep in YouTube when you feel like I'm done? If I get your question right, and you're saying, when it's hard, why do I keep on doing it? Because YouTube can be hard sometimes. It is literally the greatest pleasure in my life currently, is making YouTube videos for you guys and working on Cosmic and all the other cool projects I have going on. I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. There is no greener grass available in my eyes. End of story. On a scale of 1 to 10, how hard do you ship Leston? I know what Leston is. I'm not going to answer that question. I'm just featuring this question because I really like the happy birthday mother fudger in the all caps. I thought that was cool. Thanks, Olivia. 0. Amy asks, what's your favorite mythical creature? And that answer would be Preston. Because where's Preston? Got him. Carissa asks, I hope I said your name right. If you love Tucker so much, why not get your own dog? By the way, I love you and your content. Thank you, Carissa. That's a really great question. I love dogs so much, but I just understand the responsibility and the that goes with owning a dog, and I'm not ready for that. I travel way too much. I'm way too irresponsible. I'm way too lazy. Not really lazy, but like well, in a certain sense of the word, like I wake up and I work, and then I go to bed, and I wake up and I work, and I go to bed, and like walking the dog and feeding the dog and give it the love it needs. I'm not ready for that personally, and it's a really big deal. So I just push my love over to my friends' dogs and pretend like they're my own. Done. Rigel HD asks, were you an A or B student in school, or did you just kind of get by? Or an A-B student in school, or did you just kind of get by? I kind of just got by. I went to a really hard all-boys private school, and I was, yes, my brother is making sure that I say I was a C student. Thank you. Yeah, I was not a very good student, but at the same time, I got through it. I just, you know what, it wasn't for me, and that's kind of, I worked at it, I got through it, I learned the lessons that I had to learn, but I was just never good at school. So, C student. Oh no! Super Matty Boy asks, what was your favorite childhood game? Personally, mine was Crash Bandicoot. Any of them? Well, that's a pretty good question to ask a gamer. I have a lot of really favorite like childhood games. I watched my brother play a lot of games growing up while I would just watch. Jay, what was like our big childhood game? Counter-Strike 1.6. Oh, we had a clan? Dude, TTK? Yeah, literally a whole summer spent playing that game. Also, my brother played a lot of the Star Wars, the Knights of the Old Republic, so the KOTORs. And bless up, I'm trying to think for a second. Oh my god, Jay, you're a beast. Yes, Halo. My brother's like, Halo, obviously, Combat Evolved. Like, literally your #1 Halo. Beat that game on Legendary all the time. Literally my favorite game to play in the country where we had no internet. What else? Oh my God! Remember that Star Wars game where you're the dude and
you know what my scariest moment from that was that horrible robot in the junkyard. That was nightmares. That was nightmare material.
I actually looked at videos of him the other day and I was like, he's still scary. I'm 24 and I'm still terrified of that boss. That was like a really old N64 game, but N64 was my main console. I never had like the PlayStation, so I never played Crash Bandicoot, and I never played like all those games. I never really played, actually, funny enough, the Zeldas. I never played any of those. I played Ocarina of Time a little bit, but never really got into those. More of like the Pokemon and big Pokemon. Some Final Fantasies. Remember the Final Fantasy?
Did you ever play Super Street Fighters EX plus Alpha at Michael's house?
Oh yeah, dude. Frickin'. Oh, the Spike guy was my guy. Remember him? Garuda. He was sick. Anyways, lots of favorite games, obviously, but I would definitely say Halo 1 would actually be like my #1 game, realistically, back in the day. And I was also really good at it. Chloe says, start rapping about the first item to your right. Okay. This is gonna be bad. This is gonna be really, really bad. Yo, this is a cactus. It's got a flower that is blossoming and the other two died. It's a crime, but I'm not gonna cry for it. I'll maybe put it in jail. Go and flail. He can try and run, but he can't run from the cops. They coming in flip-flops. They go click, clack, flop, bam! Done. Jason, what? You wanna do better? You think you can do better? I'm really bad at rapping, but we're just gonna roll with that. Flip flop cops, dude. I like that though. The flip flop cops. That was. You know what? I think I have to end it on that rap. There's really no other way I can continue this Q&A. There's a lot more questions that I just couldn't get to. Also had a really hard time navigating Twitter because there were so many questions. Like, it kept on refreshing and I have to re-roll. So I'm sure I missed a lot of your amazing questions. I apologize, and I really want to do more of these in the future. So again, if you enjoyed that like button down below, I will see you guys for more awesome content. Tomorrow, episode of Factions going out. I am currently in the country, but I'll be on my phone if you want to tweet me, all that jazz, communicating with you lovely people. Hope you have a great rest of the day. I will see you guys all later. Take care and goodbye. And please don't hug me about that rap. I'm sorry. I'll never do it again. All right. Sorry.